I've been building a park in Planet Coaster 2, and today we're going to be filming the final episode for Runestone Ridge. Starting off with the Zarir Kids Coaster that does 2 laps around. It was going to initially have a helix, but it didn't really work because it didn't have enough momentum to make it through. So instead, what I did is I replaced the helix with a 230-degree turnaround. And so it just does U-turn, goes to the left, then back to the right, then to the brakes, I guess you'd call it. I mean, I don't really have brakes, but anyways, moving on, here's where I changed it. I was really glad with how the profiling came out because and I realized that if you just sit there and just spam the smoothing button, then that's how you get the really good profiling that I've been looking for. And honestly, this is probably one of my best profiled coasters. But anyways, so I apologize for how long this video was. If so, it was kind of ridiculous. I didn't realize until after it was done how long it was. It in normal playback speed, it's 5.5 hours long. So this is at max playback speed, and it's still a 30-minute video. So it's kind of you can definitely tell I got a bit carried away. But if you're a Planet Coaster player, then you know how it can be. But anyways, and then this fence here looks nice, I guess. That's where the other entrance, if you're coming in from that portal side, because that's where the portal is going to be located. But actually, we're not going to be doing that area. But moving on, this fence here looks kind of nice. I showed a fenced-in Valkyrie. Actually, never mind, I did. But I just think it's a lot nicer when you fence in the rides. And then, like I said, here's all the portals are going to be the same from wherever you enter them at. I know a couple of the areas might have 2 or 3 portals. Well, I mean, this one has 2, but I'm hoping that they all have at least 2. So that way you can enter from multiple sides. That way to help with traffic flow. But and then the next ride is going to be Turbine Terror, the Gale of Force. And I can't recall 100% if I said this in episode 3. I think I might have. But it's going to be in the series, I want to do a bunch of the flat rides that don't really get much love. So I've been using the ride, so that's why I've been using a couple of the rides so far that don't really get much love. I mean, I get I think the Wild Blue does, and the Skull. Actually, well, never mind. I guess it kind of revealed, and it'll get revealed later in the episode, so I might as well just reveal it now. But I'm going to be building a Wild Blue in here. If you don't know what that is in the game, it's Ghost Rider Skyroll, I think. Kind of like Dragon Racer Rally at Epic Universe. But anyways, back on the Gale Force. It's basically you're on a turbine that's messed up that's swinging around. And then these nice little windmills in the queue look nice, I guess. So, anyways, and then these trees are gonna be easy of some of the other areas. That obviously this is gonna be kind of like a forest area almost. It's not gonna be as easy to cover up everything with trees. So I'm going to have to come up with theming on my own. But, I mean, that's not a problem. I guess that's kind of a good thing because it challenges you to, do good, I guess. But, anyways, I had a lot of fun building this area because it's my most themed park. And I've had this for about a year now. And I've never gone so in-depth with the theming. I might have done good on, 1 or 2 rides. But other than that, no. just know. I just haven't done good at it. But anyways, and okay, I know it kind of seems like I'm bouncing around a lot between the different rides so far. I mean, it's still gonna be like that, but I was just really excited for making this because I get to move on to a new area. I mean, I love the Viking theme. I haven't built with it in a while, so I was glad to build with this, and this is definitely my best Viking area out of all the Viking areas that I've built. Um, and like, I just really enjoyed building this, and I know some of you guys enjoy it too. Um, because I know, um, like with the live streams and stuff, I see that a couple other people watch it too when I film it. And anyways, and I know a couple people have said that they liked the Kingdom of Thrills episodes. So it's kind of like fun getting to show you guys what it is. But anyways, if you don't know what I'm doing here, I'm doing like a kind of like a shaded seating area because I know there's a couple restaurants around, so it makes sense to have a shaded seating area. And then right here's a big shop I plan on, and all the big areas. I know some areas are going to be smaller than the others, but in all the big areas, I plan on having one big shop and one big restaurant. Well, I liked how I spread out things in the shop nicely and made it kind of realistic with like shelves and stuff in the middle. Um, and then another thing that I found out was a good technique while building this is if you take like the corner pieces and just hold in one spot and then click the rotate 90 degrees button, which is Z, I'm pretty sure. Then click Z, click. Basically, just do that until you have a full circle and it looks nice. Um, yeah, like that there, that little thing, like they have. I know they have those at parks, and that looks nice there, like that. And then I changed it to only Viking themed stuff in this area because I figured why not. And and anyways, well, no, not why not, because I mean this is a Viking area. I guess in all the big shops, I'm gonna do the theme for that area, and then I'm also gonna do the Planet Coaster themed area, or yeah, just the planet theme, I guess it's called. But I'm actually a bit surprised that the DLCs, the Toy Box and Sorcery Pack, didn't have their own shirts, uh, and merch to come with it. Well, no, that the because I'm pretty sure the Sorcery Pack has like a crystal thing and like a hat. And then I think the toy box has like a Max Stormcloud action figure or something like that. Or they might have like a Max Stormcloud wings, like costume things. How they sell like the different mascot costumes. But anyways, and then this big shop's going to be named Village Collectibles. It's an okay name, I guess. It's not the best name, um, but trust me, I'll get better with the names as we uh go. Um, but anyways, um, like I feel like I could do a bit better with the theming and stuff, but I mean, I guess I don't really know what to do. But I feel like the roof is kind of bland, but it's gonna be really hard when I. All right, here's a bit of a spoiler, I guess. When I do the areas that aren't an actual theme in the game, so I've actually never really done that before. Um, well, yeah, I guess in the Kentucky Kingdom farming area in the Wilson Farms, for where Flying Foxes will be located. But anyways, so I put fences along the end to kind of like line the area. I'm gonna have a fence to that theme in each area to basically signify um that's the area. Basically, that's gonna be the end of the area, and then so I have the theme fences back to back, I guess. Um, and then these shops, I guess that's what I do for the lining of them. I just put their awning that says the name on it, and then the shop logo, and then the bathrooms. I don't know. Like I know it's good, but I feel like I'm kind of being hard on myself a little bit. But anyways, moving on, we have I built a couple more little village houses here, like I've built in the last couple episodes. But so yeah, and then I think I was placing speakers. No, I don't think it was. But here is the wild blue ride that I was saying about. That's kind of like the Ghost Lauder Sky Roller. This is gonna be Dragon Trainers themed to like you're a warrior on the back of a dragon trying to tame it or something. So it flies around, and then basically when the ride stops, that means you've tamed it. I guess I don't know. And the twinning option saved my life because that would have been so hard to do, having to put on each one, having to do that. But otherwise, it was really easy to do that. And then, anyways, and then this looks kind of funny, swinging around. I mean, going in fast speed. Can you imagine what that look like on the 16 times thing, and then on 3 times speed in there. So it'd be going at 19 times speed. It'd be so funny. But anyways, and then yeah, and then I lined the outside here with fencing too, so that way no one tries to sneak into the parking lot and then tries to sneak into the park. That way none of that happens. And then over here I placed a couple more lantern lights, which I thought they looked kind of nice, just scattered around for lights when it gets dark. I thought if I did like an anvil and stuff and like a furnace here, it'd be nice. Right here's an armory. I guess this is nice with all like the shields and weapons on the wall. So that way like you go through the furnace and stuff and like help create weapons. Then you go into the armory and get suited up, and then you go out the onto the ride, and that's when you go to battle, I guess. When you try and tame the dragon. And then these little crates and hay bales and stuff scattered through there, I guess look kind of nice. I guess look kind of cool. But yeah, and then a couple more huts. And then I finally got a Frontier account. And if you want a sneak peek at what's gonna be in a couple areas to come, maybe I have 3 themed flat ride blueprints that I uploaded. I'm gonna use 2 of them in this series. I'm not gonna tell you which 2. You can figure that out for yourself. But if you want a bit of a sneak peek at what might be coming, you can check it out on the workshop. If you just want to search up my name, it's Coastal King USA. I'm pretty sure. I haven't been on there for a little bit. But anyways, and then next we're gonna be doing this restaurant, the Raiders Den. It's kind of funny. As I was building this, I was sitting there and I was thinking, I'm like, what's a good name? What's a good name? And I'm like, well, I want it to be some kind of like almost like a tavern or an inn or something like that. And like, I'm like, wait, it could be like a den type place. And then I'm like, and then like Vikings or Raiders, so it's like the Raiders Den. And I really like that name. It was cool. And then yeah, out here is an outdoor shaded seating area. Wait, I just realized I forgot to make the top around the kitchens, but whatever. Um, I guess, like I said, I'm sorry, the roofs don't really look nice. And then, obviously, gotta put a couple lights in there. But yeah, and then there's the Dragon Trainer sign. And I didn't realize until after I went into real time, which we'll do here in a minute, I forgot to put up the Raiders Den sign on the restaurant. Wait, why is there a weird pause here? I don't remember why there was a weird pause here, but anyways. Yeah, and then here's another building, and actually, I was gonna make a windmill that was flaming to be like, wait, I don't know if I already showed it or not, but anyways, to be like a flaming windmill, like the dragon that had like a village on fire. Yeah, I think it already did show, but I couldn't get the things to stick on there, the fire special effect things. Yeah, there's another guest services. And then, um, now that I think of it, I don't know if I should have put the trim on the outside of the roof or not. But whatever, I guess that just, yeah. But, this was a pain in the butt putting all these speakers all around because, like, I put them all up and how, like, the speaker system is kind of buggy a little bit, which I hope they fix that soon. I had the Viking playlist playing, but on like all of them after like the third one was placed, it stopped, and then I have to select what I want to play. So I had to go around and select them all as a Viking playlist for the atmospheric music. But but whatever. A couple of the rides have soundtracks, like Valkyrie does have like the Hey Yo one, and the Skull has like the song that says Skull. I think that's the one that's like the that one. But anyways, it's kind of cool. I was walking around here in real time when I was recording this, and I like heard the Viking music playing. Obviously, it's off on here, but when I do the full tour of the park, I might show when it's all done. I might have the sound on, so you can hear the music walking through. But anyways, and then I had this fence here, and then I could paint the ground the way it's supposed to be. We can get rid of the gravel lining, but so and then there's a body dryer in between Mystic Maelstrom and Valhalla's Tide, but and then I put these entertainers down, and then put this as their area. But so yeah, this is our area, and let's get ready to go into real time. But yeah, and then, oh no, wait, no, we're not getting ready to go into real time. I still built the Viva La Vegan and the slush hour in here, which, I'm really excited that I'm done with this area. I mean, I'm kind of a bit sad because, like I said, I really like the Viking team, but, then now I can move on to the new area, but, and then here's a couple more village shops, or village buildings, but, yeah, and I can add a couple more trees, but yeah, there's our time to go in real time. So yeah, here's the portal at the Grand Esplanade, Runestone Ridge. Here we are, a couple, village cottages. You just walk through here, it's kind of nice and lively. And here's our first ride, Axe Flinger. And then to the left's the bathroom. To the right's the Just a Memento. Up here's the Latte Love. Which actually I'm pretty sure I turned the shop radios off on all of them. That way you can listen to the Viking music. Because it kind of, like the Planko pop, it kind of destroys it. Guest services. But it kind of ruins the sound. Like you just hear like the Viking music and then just like ding 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 ding. It's like kind of ruins it. There's Hat's Fantastic. Over here's the bathrooms. Windmill. The Raiders Den, which don't worry when I put the sign on here, which I do now. This is going to be one of the only times, if this happens again, I'll do it, but this is the only time that you'll ever see me building in real time. But don't worry why in the search bar, why it says Max Storm Cloud. We'll worry about that later. But, so yeah, then here's the sign that says Raiders Den. I was looking for a sign, and then I saw that turkey one, or chicken, whatever it is, and I'm like, ooh, that's good, I'll use that. So this is what I used. Managed back into real time, and here's the Raiders Den, our indoor dining area. And then here's the outdoor seating area. Here's Dragon Trainer, the Gerslaughter Skyroll. Here's more lanterns. Back through this pathway here. I just realized I forgot to put benches in there. But anyways, yeah. Back over here is the guest services. To the left is Skull. This was probably my least themed ride because I was so frustrated about losing the recording and that I just lost the motivation to continue theming it. So, yeah. And then over here to the left is the tavern that doesn't really do anything. And then back there was some cottages, more cottages here. Here's the first out of 2 Viking entertainers. Another cottage, bathroom. Over here's the Viva La Vegan and Slush Hour. I just saw the other Viking entertainer. To the left here is the Valkyrie staff exit. To the right is the Village Collectibles. And there's the walk around shop. To the left, this looks kind of cool with the Valkyrie sign and the coaster right by it, right behind it. Yeah, and then over here is Valkyrie photos. And I don't know what I was doing here, but I was walking against the side of the road. I don't remember why I did that, but whatever. To the left and to the right, you'll see some fence. Okay, oh, that was bad. But, here's the Valhalla's Tide Ride, and here's the exit for it right above us. Here's the entrance for it. Well, that's kind of cool with Valkyrie in the background. To the left is a gold bead, to the right's Little Dragon. And then, yeah, here's the body dryer again. And then over here's Mystic Maelstrom, our water coaster. And then over here's Turbine Terror, our Gale Force flat ride. And then right here is the Chief Beef, Looney Balloons, and bathroom. And then over here to the right in this like little plaza area is a shaded seating area. And then right here is the entrance sign for Little Dragon. And then, like I said, this area will not be in this portal over here. Here's the big reveal for the area, for the next area. This next area will be a kids area. It'll be themed to toys and stuff like that. And so yeah, it's time for the portal reveal as we go back into the ground view. So we come out of Runestone Ridge into the Grand Esplanade. But wait, what's that over there? That portal? That almost looks like another portal has came. What could it be? Oh, look, it's another portal. It's to the kids' toy box area. And the name will be Tumbletown. Yes. And with that, we're all clearing out here. Make sure to like and subscribe and enjoy the ride.